Hi Rhiannon, thank you for taking your time out of your day to come and interview with me. So for my story I'm going to be looking at the Auckland housing market and specifically how it's quite hard for students to find somewhere affordable to live in sort of decent conditions. So what's your current living situation?
So I live at home with my family.
And are you thinking of staying there until you finish, or were you looking to move out?
I'm looking to move out because I'm already paying board, so I would rather flat. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And so half the reason I'm interviewing you is because I know you had a somewhat less than stellar experience looking at a flat recently. Do you want to tell me about that?
Yeah, sure. So it was pretty much just the photos looked really good, and we went there with real high expectations, and then we turned up to the house and it was full of mold. The yard was very small. The photos were really deceiving and not what we imagined at all. And we've noticed that with a few of the houses that we've actually gone to look at.
Yeah. And what was sort of the price range of these flats or houses?
So we're looking about, it's between $550 and $650 for 4 bedrooms.
Okay.
Yeah. In West Auckland.
Yeah. So you'd think you could get something quite decent,
Yeah.
but is that not your experience?
No, not at all.
Okay. So yeah, do you think you'll be able to find a house you're happy with at that price, or do you think you're going to have to sort of bump up your budget?
I think we're either definitely going to have to bump up our budget or lower our expectations and just kind of settle for something less than mediocre, really.
Yeah. Okay. And so eventually, are you looking to own your own home in Auckland?
Yeah, for sure, but obviously not financially stable enough right now.
And so do you think the money you're receiving from StudyLink is enough to sort of enable you guys to afford affordable housing at a reasonable condition?
I think it definitely helps, but you couldn't just rely on StudyLink. You do need a job. You need that extra income.
And you have a job? I'm
Yeah,
assuming?
I work at McDonald's in Westgate.
Cool. Cool. And lastly, so do you sort of think there's enough being done by either Auckland Council or the government to help with housing, not necessarily just students, but just the housing in general in New Zealand?
So, well, for StudyLink's point of view, because I'm under 24, they don't really help out as much. If I was over 24, you get a lot more.
Yep.
And I think that's quite unfair because although I'm under 24, I still need that extra little bit of help, and I'm not going to get that, so I'm going to have to work extra hard if I want to do this. I'm not really sure what the government's doing at the moment, so I can't really comment on that one.
Okay. Cool. Well, thank you very much for taking time out of your day, and best of luck with you.
Thank
all your
you.
studies. Cool.